Okay, I think you can start.
Oh, okay. Last week we published the Harbor version 1.8. So the 1.9 developed work is started this week. So the first we should share some V1.9 plan in today's meeting. And the second we will share some community updates and the upcoming community event. And the next we can discuss anything related to the harbor. So let's get started. The first agenda. Hello, Michael. Are you here?
Yeah, I'm right here as well. I was on earlier as well using my phone under M2.
Okay. Let's welcome Michael to introduce the Harbor Wave 1.9 plan. So, hi, Michael. Do you want to share the screen?
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely. Let me share my screen here. Can you guys hear me okay? All right. So for Harbor 1.9, we're looking at a variety of areas that we want to help address to make Harbor better in two areas: extensibility and manageability. Both of those areas are key to both expand the scope of Harbor, but also make Harbor better for enterprises and service providers that want to offer Harbor as a service to either development teams or other organizations internally. So as part of that work, if you look at the link that was shared in the deck, and that's our project board, we have this new swim lane called 1.9 commitment proposal. And that includes a set of stories that we want to implement for 1.9. And currently we are assessing the amount of work involved in these stories. And we're trying to make sure that they can all fit the 1.9 timeline. Our goal for 1.9 is by end of August of 2019. So it's a 3 month, less than 3 months project. So some of these stories, and you can click on the links and view them offline. We want to implement quotas. So now what you want to be able to do is you can say in a single project, you can only have 20 images or 30 images. So you can create a quota around that. The second thing you can do is will allow you to not only define a quota by the number of images, but also by the size. So you can actually implement a quota that says this project can only have 2 gigabytes worth of images. There's more details in the story. The second item is retention policy. So now in a single project will allow you to keep the N amount of images for only a specific period of time. So if your images are really old or you have way too many repositories or too many tags for the same repository, will allow you to trim them down to satisfy compliance or retention policies within an organization. The third item is a repository beyond images and Helm charts. So today in Harbor, we only support container images and Helm charts. However, there is a lot of growing needs from the community to support CNAP bundles, which is the new cloud native application bundle for defining applications. This is the evolution from the Helm charts. And also, there's a need to start creating a repository for operators, that's Kubernetes operators. So between those two and other requests that we're getting, we're thinking of enabling Harbor to store and manage images beyond containers and Helm charts. So once we have more details on that, that's a huge work item. We will share them with the community. And of course, we'll continue improving our application story. So we're doing more and more work there. and Steven Zhao and the replication working group are continuously to advance that vision. The webhook, that was something that we were working on before, so we will continue working on the webhook so that we can finally deliver it with 1.9. And the last feature that we have, the last two features here that we want to have, the first one is the ability to whitelist CVEs. So think of a situation where you have a CVE that was discovered for a harbor image, a container image in this case, but there is no resolution available. So today, when that happens, nobody can pull the image down. So you're in a situation where you have an image, there's a CVE out, but there's no fix for the CVE, so nobody can pull the image. So that's a very detrimental issue. So what we want to do is we want to allow a user of Harbor, an administrator in this case, to say, yes, I am aware of this CVE, go ahead and allow the image to be pulled for a specific period of time until I get a patch available. And the last feature for 1.9 in this proposal is the ability to import the labels from Docker. So today, when you create a Docker file for your container image, you can add labels to aid in management, and those labels are not imported into Harbor. So we want to import them so you can have a unified management experience on metadata. That's it. These are the stories that we have. There's a couple of other things here around a security disclosure process and other CNCF items, but those are not related to coding work. They're more related to creating the necessary improvements and processes to satisfy CNCF as we're advancing the Harbor vision. That's it from me. Thank you.
Okay.
Any questions, of course?
Is any question here? If no questions, let's go to the next agenda. Let's welcome Henry to give us some community updates of Harbor. Hello, Henry.
Hi, thanks, Chen. This is Henry Zhang. I'm one of the core maintainer of this Harbor project. So I'm going to give some update about the KubeCon in Europe, in Barcelona, just about 2 weeks ago that we have. So it was a great success for Harbor, Project Harbor. We did a few sessions, 2 sessions, deep dive and intro session in the KubeCon Europe, as well as a Harbor community reception. So in that event, we released the 1.8. So let me go through some of the events and sessions there. The first one was the Harbor community reception, and we met a lot of Harbor users and discussed the roadmap and use cases with them. And we also we were very honored to have one of the Kubernetes co-founder, Joe Beta, to come to our session to kick off the reception. So here was a photo for the showing the members of Harbor, maintainers of Harbor with Joe Beta. Next. And we released 1.8 in the during the keynote. There's an announcement about Harbor releasing the latest version of 1.8, which has a lot of new features like the OIDC Connect, OpenID Connect, and the robot account, as well as the replication enhancement. Some of them are actually implemented by our community members. So like the replication, we have a work group before. I think some of the members are in this call. That thank them for helping the contribution in this replication effort. So it was a long waiting features of the pulling from or replicating between Docker Hub and Docker distribution, and now we can do it in Harbor. So this is a great achievement for the community and collaboration. And there's a blog post about the latest feature of the 1.8. So if you're interested, you can check out this blog post to find out more details. Next. And we did 2 sessions about introducing the project Harbor. It was a lot of there was a lot of people there, and there were 2 full house, and the audience has a lot of interest. And we presented a few demos of the 1.8, and we also answered questions from all the users that are coming from different countries all over the world. So if you want to check out the session index, the video, you can check the following 2 links about the intro session and deep dive sessions. They are available on the YouTube, and also the PowerPoint, the PPT is also available for download if you find out from the KubeCon Europe website. Next. And when some more information about KubeCon, about Harbor, is that so we met a lot of users. See the photo here showing one of the user from Turkey. That he's taking a photo with me about he's a very happy Harbor user, and also all of the stickers of Harbor were running out very fast in the conference. So many people just pick up our sticker, meaning that many people really like the project and want to have a sticker of Harbor. And so also a few other CNCF project or other open source project, their maintainers or their owners came to us to discuss possible collaboration between the 2 projects. So please expect more to come in the near future. Next. So just sharing some more photos about the KubeCon Europe. Here's one of the Barcelona venue. It's in the Fair Barcelona, and also there's on the right was a party of the conference. Next. So here are some more photo of the conference. There's a lot of food and very Spanish food, like the right is the famous paella. I think I'm not sorry, I'm not pronouncing right, but just like the very famous Spanish seafood rice cooking. Next. So I just want to announce some of the coming events of Harbor in the KubeCon Shanghai this month. It will happen on the...
Henry, if you don't mind,
sorry.
Henry, if you don't mind, let me add one thing.
Yeah, sure.
Every year at KubeCon, especially in Europe and the United States, there is what they call the Contributor Summit. So that's for anyone that's contributing to the CNCF project, like Kubernetes, Harbor, Envoy, and all the other projects. So if you guys are at either of the 2 KubeCons in the US or Europe, sign up for the Contributor Summit. It is free. You will get, there's some community meetings during that day, including the community meeting that we had for Harbor that Henry mentioned. So that's a great advantage to network with other folks in the open source community, and it's free, sponsored by CNCF. Thank you.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, thanks, Michael, for adding the information. Yeah. So just talking about the coming event, like this June, in the 24 and to 26th, we will have a KubeCon in Shanghai, and we'll have one of the Harbor event is the community meetup under the co-location event under the CNCF. It is called the CNCF China originated community reception. So we'll be having users and project maintainers coming from everywhere for discussing the project, Harbor, TIKV, and as well as the Dragonfly. So if you are at the KubeCon Shanghai, please do come to our session and meet us, and we can talk and discuss more and have some food and enjoy a wonderful afternoon. So we also have a few sessions doing by our Harbor project Harbor maintainers and the team members. So one of the lightning talk will be done by Stephen Zhao, talking about Hamtrap installation, and also we will have a harbor session will be delivered by Wen Kai and Stephen Zhao, and also we have a harbor session about by Wang Yan and Stephen Zhou about some of his talk about the image.
All right, I think there's some mistake for the last session.
Yeah.
I think the session will be delivered by Yan Wang and Ru Lin, which is one of our community own contributor.
Okay, great. Sorry. Thanks for the update. Yeah, so it will be delivered by Wang Yan and Ru Lin, another contributor of Harbor. So if you are interested in any image management related stuff, or any when you want to interact with our members of Project Harbor, please come to our sessions and meet us. And we'll be very happy to meet all of you if you are on site. I think that's all for my session, right? For my section. Chen.
Oh, thanks, Henry. Okay, let's get into. Okay, in this session, you can ask any questions or discuss anything about Harbor. Any questions?
Yeah, if you have any questions, either you can ask in English, or you feel more free. You 可以说中文 ，you can speak in Chinese， 可以说中文，我们可以翻译。
Okay. If there's no questions, I think we can end today's meeting. Any questions?
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry, haven't wrote down anything in the community call agenda. Wanted to share the link in the group chat. So we got a conference in Kiev from October 18 and 19. So as far as I know, November is up to supporting the conference itself. Plus, there is an open CSP, and as far as I know about people from web, there is a tryout for finding some speakers talking about container technologies. And maybe there would be any option to invite for which specifically have. They can actually apply speakers, and if someone is looking for just the person, they have a role to bucket and become a listener. So we got many proposals to each specific have been proposed within some practical context. You can make proposals, if there's anyone who is not present within the call, you can post them. So the only update we can have from my last to explain about the conference that it looks like Shanghai is up to getting some benefit from the conference, so you can directly figure out of things on the ground and start to negotiate and see all the commercial background.
I think the network is not stable.
I think we cannot hear his voice very clear. I think
I can tell you guys. I think I got most of it, and I believe what he was mentioning is that there is this conference called DevOps Stage and they were asking for CFPs for call for proposals. So if anybody's interested in going and presenting cloud native specific things with respective to Harbor, they wanted to see if anybody would be sponsoring that.
Thanks, Michael. Okay. Is any other questions?
Yeah, and to kind of answer that, I think we'll leave it up to individual members to see if they can get sponsorship to go into this conference like DevOps stage. Everyone is welcome to submit a CFP, and if your respective company is sponsoring,
I can tell that as for the you just mentioned sponsorship, there was the sponsorship packages coming from the conference itself. I'm just saying that since there is some options with VMware coming as external sponsor, so there are two sources of that, so it would be combined to make that more efficient. So you don't have to, so anybody who is coming as a speaker, at least as a speaker, shouldn't worry about the financial coverage of their logistics, the accommodations, any third-party stuff. It is covered. So no issue with that. It's just a matter of processing and that's basically the source. So anybody who sends a proposal is reached by the organizers, including Victor Sokolovsky, and they deal about all the issues which are required. So if there would be any proposal which would be accepted, that's the figures, the schedule, and etc. etc. So eventually, we hope we can see someone speaking and running demos and maybe some workshops covering Kava in Kiev. So just my comment. As we don't have any issues for the sponsorship part, it's just a matter of availability of interested people. And if there's anybody wishing to interested in the conference as listeners from any reason or any topic which would appear in the show, they can just simply buy tickets because the tickets are available for now, and you can carry up to ensure that you can attend the listeners. So, and on the background, you can check out the tickets for the places you have to Kiev, and some you should, and someone would leave, so you also check out the tickets for the plane, but the hotel is plus there is always someone is listeners don't get time to bother with the accommodations, and accommodation that would be expected to be present for both days. They can simply use the same hotel which the speakers. So
I have a request, because I think I'm not the only one that's getting a little bit of an unstable network where you're not coming out very clearly. But can you send an email to the CNCF mailing list for Harbor, and with both the details about the conference and the sponsorship opportunities that you guys have, so that if folks are interested, they'll be able to get the details. So either put it in Slack on the Harbor channels or the mailing list. I think that's probably the best option for us.
Oh, okay, thanks. Any other question?
Yeah, I think for the 1.9 plan, if you have any feedback, you can, please feel free to let us know. And if you want to, to participate in the contribution of 1.9, we are, you are welcome.
We had a separate chat with all the maintainers for Harbor, but if any of you guys are interested in coming in and contributing for 1.9, we'd love to have you. even if you're not familiar with the code base, will work with you so you get onboarded the right way.
Okay. Any question? If no question, I think we will end today's meeting. Thanks, guys. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.